Ever overheard someone say goldfish have the memory span of, well, a goldfish? Let's explore that. Now, it's a common myth that goldfish have a memory span of just 3 seconds. But is it really true? Well, let's dive into the depths of this fishy tale. In truth, the memory of a goldfish is not nearly as short as some would have you believe. Quite the contrary. Researchers have found that these little aquatic wonders can remember things for up to 5 whole months. Yes, you heard it right. 5 months, not 3 seconds. They're capable of learning and remembering tasks, recognizing their owners, and even telling time to some extent. So the next time someone says you've got a memory like a goldfish, don't take it as an insult. Instead, think about those clever little fish with their impressive 5-month memories. So next time you're tempted to call someone a goldfish, remember, it might just be a compliment. Heard about penguins being the epitome of monogamy? Let's waddle into that. If you've been looking at penguins as the poster children for lifelong commitment, you might be in for a surprise. While these tuxedo-wearing birds are known for their strong pair bonds during mating season, they don't exactly fit the bill of strict monogamy. Think of it as a one-season stand. Penguins choose a partner for the season, share parenting duties, and then part ways when the kids are all grown up. It's kind of like a summer fling, but with more fish and less sunburn. And here's another plot twist. Some penguins, like the Adelie species, have been observed cheating on their partners. Scandalous, right? So the truth is, penguins aren't exactly the Romeo and Juliet of the animal kingdom. They're more like, well, real-life couples navigating the ups and downs of relationships. So if you're looking for a loyal partner, maybe don't take advice from a penguin. Ever thought ostriches bury their heads in the sand when they're scared? Let's dig into that. You may be surprised to learn that this common belief is not based in reality. In fact, ostriches do not bury their heads in the sand at all. This myth likely arose from a simple misunderstanding of ostrich behavior. Ostriches are the world's largest birds, and they lay the biggest eggs of any bird species. The nests they create for these massive eggs are shallow holes dug in the sand. To turn the eggs and ensure they're kept at the right temperature, ostriches stick their beaks into the nest, which from a distance can look like they're burying their heads in the sand. So what we're actually witnessing is not an act of fear, but of parental care. So the next time you see an ostrich with its head near the ground, it's not being an ostrich, it's being a responsible parent. Ever believed camels store water in their humps for desert survival? Let's ride into that. Now imagine this, you're lost in the desert, your water canteen is empty, and you spot a camel. You think, great, I can drink from its hump. Well, I hate to burst your bubble, but that's not quite how it works. Contrary to popular belief, a camel's hump is not a walking water cooler. Rather, it's a storage unit for fat, which the camel can convert into energy and water when food and water are scarce. It's like their own personal mobile gas station, providing the fuel they need for those long, arduous desert treks. So, while it's true that camels are remarkably adapted for survival in harsh desert conditions, it's not because they're carrying a reservoir of water on their backs. Sorry to disappoint, but it's science. So, if you're lost in the desert, don't count on camel hump water to quench your thirst. Ever heard of cow tipping? Let's move into that. There's a popular myth that cows can be tipped over while they're asleep standing up. But let's take a look at the facts. First off, cows don't sleep standing up. They actually doze off while standing and sleep lying down. So it's more like cow nudging than cow tipping if you're trying to disturb a dozing bovine. Secondly, have you ever tried to push a cow? It's not as easy as it sounds. Cows are robust creatures, weighing in at an average of 1,400 pounds. That's the equivalent of about 10 adult humans. It would take a considerable amount of force to tip a cow over, making the concept of cow tipping more of a tall tale than a reality. So next time you hear someone brag about cow tipping, you can tell them they're full of bull. Ever thought your dog sees the world in black and white? Let's sniff out the truth. Contrary to popular belief, dogs don't see the world like an old film noir. They do indeed perceive color, but not in the same way that we do. Dogs see the world in a dichromatic color scheme, which is a fancy way of saying they see two primary colors. To put it in human terms, It's as if they're perpetually viewing the world at dusk. They see shades of blue and yellow, but reds and greens, not so much. They appear as a sort of muddy brown or gray. This limited color perception is due to the types of color receptors, or cones, in a dog's eyes. So when you're picking out a new toy for your furry friend, you might want to consider one that's blue or yellow. And remember, they may not see a rainbow like we do, but their world is far from black and white. So next time you catch your dog watching TV, remember, they're not seeing an old-time movie. Ever wondered if a cat always lands on its feet? Let's pounce into that. The belief that cats always land on their feet is a widely accepted idea, but is it really true? Well, it's time to let the cat out of the bag. Cats do possess an incredible ability, known as the righting reflex, which allows them to twist their bodies mid-air to land on their feet. This reflex begins to develop when a kitten is about 3 weeks old and is fully developed by the time they reach 7 weeks. It's a fascinating display of feline agility, but it doesn't mean they're always successful. The righting reflex is a combination of a flexible backbone and no functional collarbone, which gives cats the ability to twist and bend their bodies to achieve the right orientation. Their sharp sense of balance, known as the vestibular apparatus, also plays a crucial role. It helps them understand up from down and aids them in their mid-air acrobatics. However, it's important to remember that while cats are impressive acrobats, they're not invincible. High falls can still result in injuries. A phenomenon known as high-rise syndrome refers to injuries sustained by cats falling from high buildings. Contrary to what you might think, cats often suffer more severe injuries from medium-height falls because they don't have enough time to twist their bodies. And while cats are naturally equipped to survive falls, they're not designed to withstand the impact that comes with it. Injuries can range from minor bruises to more serious conditions like broken bones or even internal injuries. So does a cat always land on its feet? Mostly yes, but it's not a guaranteed success, and it certainly doesn't protect them from getting hurt. It's a reminder that while our feline friends are equipped with some pretty cool features, they're not immune to the laws of physics. So the next time you see a cat doing a backflip, remember, they're not invincible acrobats.